Alright guys, what's happening? So today I finally got something in the mail that I was very excited for to get. That's something I've been thinking about getting for a while, but I actually finally got it because I got some extra bit of cash and I think it'll do good for the channel, and I also think it'll be good for my own personal life, which is also good, so it's a win-win situation. But basically, I got myself the Canon M200, something I've been looking into that seems to do very, very well for content creators, as well as streaming because of all the specs that it could do. But whilst I'm here, just thought maybe just do an unboxing video, maybe talk about how it is and the first experience with someone that's never had a mirrorless, there we go, mirrorless camera. So yeah, let's just jump into it. Okay, so as you can see straight away, they're just saying the EOS M200 with obviously the picture of it. So let's just jump in here. Great, straight away, just what you want to see. Lovely, lovely paperwork. You know, for your joyous hours of reading, if you like this. Alright, if you need to make a claim, yeah, okay, warranty card, beautiful. Alright, so you get the cable, a little neck brace, you get the battery charger, the lens, you get the battery itself, and then the camera. So let's just open it here. Some ASMR, guys. Wrapper inside of a wrapper. Oh. Oh, this looks really nice. This looks really, really nice. So one thing that apparently everyone loved is, oh, yes, this. The screen goes all the way to the top. So the good thing about that is essentially, I used to have a normal point and click camera, and that solely had the backing, so the screen, like that. So whenever I wanted to take selfies or anything like that, it was basically like exactly like this. You know, you can't see anything. But then this one is going to be perfect. So if I ever decided to do a vlog, I guess, I'll be able to see what I'm pointing at because I'll see myself. On the actual camera itself, it doesn't seem to be very much on it. So you've got your, what's he got here? Oh, wow. All right. That seems a bit flimsy. But it has a little toggle here that does your flash. Yeah, that feels very flimsy. That's the only thing. But luckily I never use it, so it doesn't make a difference. You've got your HDMI port here. And then you've got your card. Right, yeah, so basically to recap, you get your cable and points here. So you get a mini USB mini port, and then you've got a super mini HDMI. And at the bottom, you have just your battery slot, and you also have a bit here for a mount, which is very your usual. So let's try have a look to see what it's like when you have everything connected. Wow, so the lens is very, very small. It's kind of cute. There you go. There you have it. And let's turn it on for the first time, shall we? Alright, so after giving it a good charge, I thought to have a look to see what happens. So this is basically what the camera looks like straight off the bat. I mean, only thing I changed was literally to try and make it brighter a bit. It's pretty easy to use, I guess. So far, just now trying to see how it is to connect to my actual computer or my phone, because the only thing that's really irritating about it is that it doesn't come with cables. because it has a different cable to what you normally have. So it doesn't have your normal mini USB cable or anything like that. And the HDMI is not the same as a normal mini HDMI and a normal DSLR camera. It's a micro HDMI cable, and it looks like maybe a micro mini USB cable. But yeah, that's the only downside, because you have to buy a little bit extra. They should probably have put those things in it. I mean, the cost that you do, it's the only thing I could think they could have improved on. But I mean, it looks really good. It's got really good focus. I can notice it's tracking me very, very well. The view field is pretty decent. I mean, before you couldn't even see my new poster, which that's new, you haven't noticed. If you want to see more details about it, if you go into my Instagram, a link in the description, it will show you all the new things in my actual setup, what I look at the moment, which I'm very, very happy about. But yeah, it seems really good. I mean, it's going to be good when I stream. So again, I do stream. I'll be streaming quite often now because there's a few games coming out. I'm going to be streaming a few games like Assassin's Creed that's coming out, and potentially a few more that are coming out very, very soon. So if you want to come along and say hi, go to twitch.tv/Scottish Alpha and come say hi. We'll happily have a chat. I mean, happy to always have a chat with everyone. The good thing about this camera is that it's a clean HDMI output. So what that means compared to what I previously had. So if you ever have seen my streams before, the focus wasn't that good, mainly because I wasn't using a clean HDMI output. So essentially, when you record something on your camera, you have all the settings up on the screen on the camera. When you connect it through the actual OBS, basically you'll see all the settings if it's not a clean HDMI output. So this camera will not have that. It'll have it on the actual screen itself, but when you're actually putting it on OBS to an output, you're fine, which is good. That's what I'm kind of wanting, because I'm wanting to have an actual focus on me, which is really good. So the camera does come also with a 15-45 lens. That is the base kit lens. So the good thing about this camera, it's like a DSLR camera in the sense that you can change them. It's capable with all the M series lenses. But yeah, this is the 15-45. So this is what it looks like just normal. But if you zoom in, you get to see my annoying face. And look at that, straight away focused. It's beautiful. So the good thing about this camera as well is the capability of how much it's able to stream and the quality. So it's best, for every research I have read, it is best at its 1080p or 30 frames per second. So if you don't know what that is, why that's good, most movies, and I do mean a lot of movies, are actually recorded in 30 FPS. So you would think that's probably recorded in 4K. No, 30 is FPS. That's that's what movie standard is. This can actually do 4K, but the problem with it is it does zoom in quite close. It crops out a bit just to get that quality, because it goes down to 24 FPS. So it does obviously cut down the screen size for you when you're recording, but I probably wouldn't do it because I don't really care about the 4K. It's good knowing I have that capability, but if you're using Twitch doesn't allow you to do any 4K. It actually caps at 60 FPS already. So there's no real reason to really use 4K because the quality is going to be dimmed down anyway whilst you're streaming. But if you're wanting to do your YouTube videos and you want it to be in 4K, there you go. It's instantly there for yourself. You just have a little bit of a cropped screen compared to the whole wide range that you're seeing here. It also does have the autofocus is a bit different. So you may want to check that. It's not as smooth. Also, the one thing that I've noticed that people are saying, and I've kind of noticed myself, is if you're trying to connect it through to your OBS, it will have a latency in the voice. It will be different if you're using a DSLR microphone and also a USB compressor microphone, which is not that bad. Apparently, all you need to really just do is just change the encryption of how the input between the two, and that can change it around a bit for yourself, which is just a little tinkering. The other thing about this camera is that it is a mirrorless camera. In retrospect, what that actually means is it takes in light differently compared to a DSLR camera. So the mirror is there to actually bounce the light in your general room, reflect into the lens itself to take the photo. Since this does not have the mirror to do so, it does everything digitally for you. So that can help when it comes to more of a darker room. So essentially streaming, that's why it's good for you. Probably other ways around it, but that's what I've taken out of that. I'm probably not the best person to really get advice on what the actual mirrorless part is, but for what I've read, that seems to be the gist of what I've got. The good thing about this is as well is it's really good for anyone that is going to be doing social media stuff. So obviously YouTube streaming, because it has wireless connectivity. So you can connect the actual camera to your phone. So for instance, if you're wanting to put the camera far away from yourself and you want to have a more of a dynamic field, so obviously you only want a scene or you want to take a photo, you could use your phone. You could just use this. You just need to simply just take the photo from the actual screen, which is pretty decent. And that way you could also transfer all the images from the camera to your phone or connect it through the computer. You just need to have the app, which is Canon's app. So on the webs for the computer, it's Canon EOS Utility app, where when I connected it to my phone, it's just Camera Connect. So Canon Camera Connect. The main thing that is also concerned around for yourself would be that you need to make sure that you've got the actual one that's for your computer, at least, that's going to be able to be compatible for the camera. So if you do go for the M200, I would highly recommend you just simply search the M200 Connect utility for it, just because some of them don't work the exact same, because obviously it's got different connections. So that's the best way to do it for that way. The good thing about this one as well is, again, more on the fact that it is a clean HDMI output. The good thing when you're trying to connect it to your computer, as long as you have the, you probably can have another, but any webcam link. So I use Elgato's cam link. All you literally need to do is just connect the HDMI cable to it and it connects instantly. You can obviously just change some of the settings to make sure you get to what you want. So probably put the power saving off so that the camera doesn't turn off, especially if you're doing a 3-hour stream. You don't want it to be turning off after 30 minutes because that's just going to be annoying because you have to turn it back on again. But it's very, very, very simple to connect. The moment you're there, bang, you're ready to stream, you're ready to start recording. All of your stuff is ready there to be actually recorded or viewed, essentially. And the good thing about it is you don't need to worry about anything else. You can just straight away put it up, charge the battery, connect it to your computer, and then you're ready. The one thing that is also very recommended for streams, if you already have streamed before, if you're new at streaming, you can also get yourself a battery coupler, which is essentially a dummy battery, as what people would call them. What that essentially does is it's able to connect your battery through an actual AC adapter. So essentially you plug the actual battery into the wall through a cable, and then therefore you have a long time battery life. You don't have to worry about the actual battery that's involved, even though that could probably last you about an hour long term. But if you're going to be streaming for 3 hours, that dummy battery is going to be your lifesaver. You're going to be streaming for as long as you want to. It does say it's not really recommended for anything that's over 8 hours with this camera. If you want to do that, you probably have to buy a more expensive one, just because maybe the capability of the overheating, because obviously using these things, since it is such a small processor inside them, it may not do well with it very, very long term use for like over 8 hours, for example. It's probably just better for your casual 3-hour stream, for example, which is not a bad stream. That's a very good stream. So the retail price for this in Australia, I would purchase this for $745. That is the cheapest I have seen it. Definitely look around. Like I said, when it comes to like the Samsung monitor, that said, look around for the best price that you feel suited. You can buy these things at any camera store. You can buy it on Amazon. You can buy it on, like I said, any camera store. So definitely check them out before you buy them, because you'll probably find a decent price somewhere. To reiterate, what you really get for that $745 is the camera itself. You get the kit lens, which is, like I said, that 15 to 45 lens kit, and you get the battery, and you get the charger for the battery. And you also get one of those neck braces if you're deciding to carry it around. You have it around your neck. You also have the warranty inside there, and you get the booklet. So that's generally what you get. So you want to, if you're looking to try and stream or anything like that, and you may want to make sure you have the correct cables around it. You also want to make sure you have anything like your cam link to be able to connect to your computer if you're streaming, or even you try to use YouTube videos and you want to stream straight from the camera to your computer. That's what you kind of want for that with accessories. But other than that, that seems to be all the information that I can see and I know of. So if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below what you think. If you have any other questions around it, I'm happy to answer any of those questions for you guys. Other than that, we'll see you in the next video. Like and subscribe. Cheerio.